Hello everyone, Gaza Mutkash, and I welcome you all to this session on Introduction to Excel Power Query. So guys, let's have a look at the agenda for this session. The agenda for this session includes, let's say, loading and combining data sources into the Power Query, and at the same time, we'll be having some understanding about the Power Query interface. So Excel do comes up with the Power Query interface that we can utilize for data cleaning, data transformation, and let's say perform n number of other operations as well, such as filtering, sorting, and data transformation. So guys, we'll look into all these details one step at a time. So till the previous sessions, we have discussed about, let's say, data validation, name ranges, along with index match, VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, and basic data cleaning and formatting as far as in Excel is concerned. So guys, let's switch to the Excel screen. So guys, over here we are in the Excel window. So as we can see, currently let's say I don't have any data to begin with. So where do we find this Power Query option? So clearly we do have the different tabs, right? We have File, Home, Insert, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, Help, and Power Pivot. Now, where can we find Power Query? So we have to go to the Data tab, and inside the Data tab, see, we do have the options Get Data. So over here, let's say I can import the data into the Power Query from various file sources. The different file sources are, suppose if I want to import the data into the Power Query from some file. So I do have the option of importing it from workbook, means it has to be some Excel file, or I can import it from text/CSV file. CSV stands for comma separated value. I can import file from some XML or from some JSON file, from some PDF, from some folder, or from SharePoint folder. Now this is one option. Now what if I want to import the data into Excel from some database? So over here I do have different options for the database as well, right? So I can import it from SQL Server database, from Microsoft Access database, from Analysis Service, from SQL Service Analysis, from Oracle database, from IBM DB2 database, from MySQL database, from PostgreSQL database, from Sybase database, from Teradata database, and from SAP HANA database. So these are the different options using which I can connect, let's say I can import data into Excel from the various data sources. So these are the different database options that are, let's say, provided by Excel. Now I can also import data into Excel from some cloud sources. So essentially over here we'll be importing it from the Azure. So I can import it from Azure SQL database, from Azure Synapse Analytics, from Azure HD Insight HDFS, or I can import it from Azure Blob Storage, that is the equivalent of let's say AWS S3. I can import the data from Azure Table Storage. ये ऑप्शन भी है हमारे पास. इसके अलावा we can also import it from Azure Data Lake Storage and Azure Data Explorer. So these are few other options. Then from suppose I want to import data into Excel from some SharePoint or maybe let's say Dynamics 365 options, or from Salesforce. So these options are also available. So online services mein the options are, the first one is from the SharePoint online list. Next we have from Microsoft Exchange Online. नेक्स्ट है हमारे पास फ्रॉम डायनेमिक्स 365 which is again online, from Salesforce Objects, from Salesforce Reports. So file के options यहाँ हैं. We do have database options over here from Azure Cloud, from online services. Next we have from other sources. So other sources में maybe we have data from available in some form of table or range from some website, then from SharePoint list, from OData feed, from HDFS, from Active Directory, from Microsoft Exchange, from some ODBC, from some OLEDB, and maybe I can import it from some BlankQuery. And if we were to combine, so tables combine करने के लिए we do have two options. We have essentially merge, and the next we have append. So combine में we have the option for merge, where we can join two tables, two or more than two tables, based on some common columns. And the other option is we can go for append. Append में basically it's the union of two tables having the entire same table structure. So these are the different options using which I can connect Excel to different let's say different data sources. I can import data into the Power Query from the different data sources. Next, if I click over here, launch Power Query Editor, this would simply end up launching the Power Query and data source settings and query options. So now if I want to, let's say, fetch data from some file, so I'll go to from file, and I do have the data present in Excel files. So I can click on from workbook. So I have to select the workbook, and I'll show you the files as well. Okay, so guys, this is my data source. Let's see. So guys, I've clicked on some Excel workbook file where I do have 5 different related tables. So what are these tables? Let's explore them one by one. So the tables that we have over here are, let me resize this. Okay, so the first one is customers. So if I click on customers, let's have a look. We do have the customer ID, then we do have the full name, then we do have the customer gender, customer age, customer city. We are trying to understand the table structure. Then we have email, then we have the sign up date. Then we have, let's say, few other columns which are entirely null. All right, we do have few other columns which are entirely null, but we do have some data over here as well, as in either it's entirely null or we don't have any data. Yes. Next, so this is the first table. The second table is products. So in the product table, I'm having product ID, then I have product name, category, brand, and the unit price. And then we have the launch date. When was this product launched? So for every product ID, we have product name. वो product कौन सी category को belong कर रहा है, that is mentioned in the category. Then what is the brand to, let's say, what is the brand of that particular product? For instance, the monitor that is being sold is from the Dell, the office chair is from Godrej, the wireless mouse is from Logitech, and the pen pack is from Reynolds. This is the unit price, per unit price, and this is the launch date on which the product was launched. So because we do have the customers and the products data, so there has to be some interaction between the customers and the product data. So there has to be some sales. Then we have region. So in region, we have city and region. So as we can see, the column structure, we don't have the proper column names to begin with. So over here we have Mumbai, which is in west, Delhi is in north, Chennai is in south, Bangalore is in south, Hyderabad south, and Kolkata east. Then we have returns. So if customers have made the order, so they are returning the orders as well. But first, let's look at the sales. So sales is where, let's say, the customers and the products table would be combined. So अगर हम यहाँ पे table का structure देखें, so we do have the sale ID, then we have the customer ID, product ID, quantity. Next we have the sale date, discount, and the payment mode and the status. So अगर हम status देखें, so the status over here is either completed or returned. Payment mode is credit card, UPI, and even cash. Discount at times is 0, at times is 0 to 15. This is the sale date, and then we have the quantity. So ये जो हमारी quantity है, this is most likely 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It won't be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this customer ID 15, bought or let's say ordered the product ID P002. This was the sale date, this was the order date. All right, I would say this is the order date 25/04/2024. This was the discount offered, this is the payment mode, and this is the status completed. So guys, this is the information that we have. This is the information that we have for the products ordered. So यहाँ पे we do have means using the sales table, I can connect to the customers table based on the customer ID, and using the sales table, I can connect to the product table based on the product ID as well. Then we have the returns. So returns में these are the return ID and this is the sale ID. Sale ID is essentially the order ID. किस order ID पे हमारा let's say product return हुआ था, that is the sale ID. Not every let's say product has been returned, but couple of them have been returned, right? So this product over here has been returned. So ये details हम यहाँ से fetch कर सकते हैं, and this is the return date and this is the return reason. So reasons could be defective item, wrong size, or maybe not as described. So the product delivered is not the same as that was described on the application from which it was bought. So guys, these are the 5 tables. Now we do have the option of combining them. So see, there are two options. We can either load them or transform them. If we click on load, these files would be loaded in Excel, ready to be launched into the Power Query. Or we can click on transform, that would directly lead us to the Power Query editor. Now, if I click on one table, currently only one of them is displayed. So if I want to load or maybe transform all 5 of them, so over here I can click on select multiple tables. So यहाँ पे I want to load customers, I want to load products, I want to load regions, I want to load returns, and हाँ sales को भी हमें load करना है. So और maybe transform करना है, right? So यहाँ पे हमने ये सारे tables select किए. All the tables have been selected, and then maybe we can click on the transform. So let's wait for the time being, and this will open up in the Power Query. So guys, how do we know this is the Power Query window? On the top, we can see that it is a Power Query editor. All the table names, let's understand the interface first, then we'll come to the transformations part. So on the left side over here, we do have the queries, as in we have 5 tables based on which we can apply any sort of transformation, any sort of data cleaning as and when needed. Then let's say on the top, we have different ribbons. So in the home ribbon, let's say we do have, we can click on close and load, that would take us to the Excel. That would take us to the Excel window where let's say once all the cleaning and transformation is done, we have to click on close and load. That takes us the same data, it is transformed, and once transformed, it is loaded into the Excel. So I can refresh it. All right, then we have some properties, advanced editor, manage. Then I can choose few particular columns, choose column. Then I do have the options of removing columns, right? So data cleaning के यहाँ पे क्या-क्या options हैं? If I were to remove columns, so I can click on a column and click on remove column. Then I can choose to keep rows. So this is about column transformation. This is about row transformation. Which rows to keep? Keep bottom rows, keep range of rows, keep top rows, keep duplicates, keep errors. So this is how I can retain few rows. This is how I can remove few rows. So I can remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows, remove duplicates, remove blank, and remove errors. Now this is meant for sorting A to Z, Z to A. Then I do have the option of splitting the column. So I can split by some delimiter, by some number of characters, by positions, by uppercase to lowercase, by lowercase to uppercase, by digit to non-digit, by non-digit to digit. Then we can apply some group by, as in we can implement some aggregation based on some existing columns. So aggregation such as I can apply sum, I can apply average, I can apply minimum, maximum, and even count based on some for let's say for preferably for some continuous data, or let's say for some continuous columns such as age पे अभी हम ये apply कर सकते हैं. All right. So once we apply this, then so it has to be based on some column. तो ये column आपका कुछ भी हो सकता है, maybe let's say as far as customers are concerned, so maybe city wise count of customers. All right, something of that sort. Now to change the data type of some columns, we can click over here and change the data type. We can use first row as header by clicking over here. We can click replace values to get them replaced. These are the two options, let's say, to combine the tables. We have merge query option, and then we have the append query option. Merge is for joining the table, append is for applying union to the table. Then we do have the option of manage parameters. So in case we do have some parameters, we can manage them over here. Then we have data source settings in case we want to change the data source. So we can change the data source. So this is where my data is coming from. If you want to change it, so just click on change source and you can apply the corresponding changes. Then if I want to add some new source, so I can incorporate over here. Then if I want to show some recent sources, so these are the files that have been used recently. If I want to manually enter the data, even that is allowed over here. So आप यहाँ पे manual data entry भी कर सकते हो. So this was the introduction to the home ribbon, right? Now if we observe the table over here, so on the top, let's say to the left of each column, we do get to see the data type. So let's understand and explore what are the different data types that we have. So over here, for each column, the different data types options available are, we have decimal number, we have currency, we have whole number, we have percentage, we have date time, we have date, we have time. Then we have date time, time zone, duration, text, true, false, binary, and using local is for, let's say, regional settings. तो ये option है हमारे पास. Then I do have the option of full name. So again, these transformations, these let's say data type transformations or conversions are available. So these are the different columns that we have. All right. Next, we do have the products table, and products these are the product options available. Now over here, any sort of transformation that we apply, all right, any sort of transformation that we apply, we do have the corresponding query written on the function bar. So this function bar contains the query. This is essentially written in the M language, and for each transformation, whatever transformation that we apply on any particular table, the corresponding changes would be reflected in the applied steps. So for instance, if I go to region, if I'm going to region C, the column name is not properly mentioned, and the actual column name is present in the first row, city and region. So maybe what I want to do, I want to shift the row 1 as the header. So where is this option available? I can click on use first row as headers. So जैसे ही हम इस पे click करेंगे, what is going to happen? See, the row 1 has been utilized as header, and the corresponding step, this has been added over here, change type 1. This was the most recent step that we have applied. If you want to cancel this, just click on cancel. All right, you have to promoted headers, you have to cancel this as well, and we'll be back to where we we'll be back to the square one where we started from. So जो भी changes हम apply करेंगे, they'll be applied over here, and we cannot change some intermediate step. So we have to delete it from bottom to the top, all right, not from between. So if I've applied 5 steps, the 5th step or the last step will be the first one to get deleted. The 4th step will be the second one to get deleted. The third one will be the third step to get deleted, and so on. So again, I'll apply this. So I just need to click on use first row as headers, and यहाँ पे ये apply हो गया, right? So whatever transformations we apply, it will be reflected over here. Now, as far as let's say combining tables are concerned, so clearly we have seen how to load data into the Power Query. Next, we need to understand, let's say, how to combine data into the Power Query, right? So अगर हमें यहाँ पे data combine करना है, so I'll show you how to combine. So first, let's observe the common columns that we have. So in the customers table, we have customer ID, full name, gender, age, city. Then we have email, sign up date, and column 8, column 9, column 10, and clearly we don't have any data in these columns. Then we have product. So products may we have product ID, product name, category, brand, unit price, and we have the launch date. So clearly we don't have any common columns in the customers and the product table. Then we have regions. So region may we have city and region, right? Region may we have two different cities, two different columns, city and region. So clearly customers product there is no common column, but as far as regions is concerned and customers is concerned, see, in the customers we have a city column, and in the regions we do have the region column, we do have the city column, right? So based on the let's say based on the customer table and the region table, can we combine these two tables? Yes, these two tables can be combined. How can we combine them? Let's understand this one by one. So because we do have a common column to begin with, the entire table structure is not same. So what we can do, we can proceed with the merge query. So how to merge these two tables? Let's understand. So suppose if I click on the customers table, and over here I go to the merge queries option, which is present in the home ribbon. Home ribbon पे हमने merge queries पे click किया. Now there are two options. Merge queries means the original table will be transformed, the original table will be merged, or I can click on merge queries as new. So this will create a copy of the existing table, and it will be utilized as a new let's say table. We'll have a new copy of the existing table, right? So हमने यहाँ पे click किया, I'm clicking on merge queries as new. So जैसे ही हमने इस पे यहाँ पे click किया, so it is asking select tables and matching columns to create the merged table. So the first table that I've selected is customers. I'm having customer ID, full name, gender, age, city, email, sign up date, column 8, column 9, and column 10. And so I want to combine this with region. All right, and what is the common column? I have to select. So city from the customers table should match with city from the region table. Now we do have the different options of combining. कौन-कौन से options हम यहाँ पे select कर सकते हैं? Let's have a look. So over here we have the join kind. कौन-कौन से joins available है हमारे पास? Let's understand them. So we have left outer join means everything will be displayed from the left table and the matching records from the right table. All right, so this is one option. Then we have right outer join. So all from second and matching from the first. So left outer is all from the first and matching from the second. Right outer is all from the second and matching record from the first. So यहाँ पे हमें ये options मिलते हैं, right? So if I use left, everything will be displayed from the left table and only the corresponding region from the right table. If I were to use the right join, so we'll only get to see region and all the matching records from the left table. Then we have full outer, so it will return all rows from both the tables. Then we have inner will only return only the let's say matching rows from both the table. Left anti, so it will show only the rows which are present in left table and not present in the right table. Then we have right anti, it will only show rows that are present in the right table but not present in the left table. So currently I'm going from left outer. Left outer means all the records from the left table and only the matching records from the right table. So customers table में हमारे पास region का column नहीं था, right? We had no region column in the customers table, but now let's say अगर हम इसको use करें, if I'm using the merge, so we can we'll get to see the region column in the merged table that will obtain. Apply करके देखते हैं. So click on OK and see. So customers and regions has not been transformed, rather a new merge query or merged table has been generated where I'm having customer ID, full name, then we have gender, we have age, then we have city, then we have email, email के बाद we have the sign up date, and then we have column 8, column 9, column 10, and we do have the region. अब region में यहाँ पे हमारे पास table मिली है, right? I don't get to see कि city and let's say region. So individual अगर हम table पे click करें, so let's see यहाँ पे क्या option मिलता है. So if I click on the table, it says Delhi and North. So because I don't need this, for each row I don't need a separate table, so इसको हम close कर देते हैं. So how would we get the entire data? So for that, over here we can click on this option. Now if I click on this option, it is simply asking me to expand. So what does it want to display? It can expand up to city and region. यहाँ से हम city और region को भी display कर सकते हैं. But we do have city already in the customers table, so we can directly click on the region, or maybe we can click on city and region. So suppose I'm clicking on city and region both, so click on OK. And यहाँ पे if you observe, so we have region columns का city, region table का city column, and regions table का region column, right? So both this information is present. Both these informations, let's say now we have merged the two tables, and the corresponding information is present from both the tables over here. दोनों table की हमारे पास यहाँ पे सारी information है. So likewise जैसे हमने इसको merge किया, we can merge it with some other tables as well. So जैसे next we have the returns. So अब returns अगर हमें incorporate करना है, so we have to add it in the sales, right? Return को हमें sales में ही add करना होगा. So return को हम sales में कैसे add करेंगे? Let's see. Sales table पे हमने click किया, and then I'm clicking on merge queries and click on merge queries as new. So merge queries as new में sales already हमारा clicked है, then I'm clicking on returns, and return में we do have the sale ID, right? So in the sales table we have the sale ID, then we have customer ID, product ID, quantity, sale date, discount, payment mode, status. ये options है. And in the returns table we have the return ID, sale ID, return date, and the return reason. So again, based on the sale ID, these two tables can be combined. So because we have more information in the sales data, so what I want to display it as, let's say entirely this would be okay. Let's go for because previously we went for the left outer, right? This time I want to go for right outer. So means returns table would be my primary table where all the records only from this table would be fetched. So maybe I want to know the details of the customer ID and the products which they ordered. So instead ki hum let's say we apply this on the left table, I'm selecting the right outer. So only these return IDs would be displayed along with all the sales details such as the customer ID, product ID, quantity, sale date, discount, payment mode, and status. ये सारी information यहाँ पे display होगी. So let's click on OK. OK पे हमने click किया. So this is the merge to. Alright, so यहाँ पे we have sale ID. Okay, let's see where is the returns table. So let me expand this. So yes, I'm expanding this all. Also guys, just have a look. These are the details, right? These are the details. So sale ID 007, 013, 013, 013, 020 and 020. इनके corresponding, these are the return IDs. So there are only three unique let's say orders that have been returned, and they are from order 13, order 20, and order 7. Alright, so maybe there are multiple returns. So एक बार return table देखते हैं. So we have sale S20, and then we have S13, and then we have S13 में there are 3 returns, and then we have S007, right? So ये सारी information अब हमें यहाँ पे देखने को मिल रही है. So guys, this is how we can, let's say, load and combine data into the Power Query. And we have also understood the primary interface and the purpose of utilizing the Power Query. So guys, let's switch. So that brings us to the end of this session. Let's switch to the PPT. So guys, in this session, we have understood how to combine and load data into the Power Query. And we have also, let's say, interacted with the Power BI interface, and we have, let's say, we are more familiarized now with the Power Query interface. So guys, in the next session, we'll be moving to the transforming data, applying different transformations into the Power Query, along with filtering and sorting. Thank you.